Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War Warhammer video. Today we're going to continue our mod highlight series, but bear in mind that this is a mod that is not out yet still deserves a lot of praise. As you can see on screen, we have the artwork of the Bone Daddy himself, Nagash. And that is because a group of modders are working on introducing Nagash, the Supreme Lord of Undeath, into Total War Warhammer. But with that, let's not waste any more time and check out the clip. The modding community once again surprises us. I mean, come on, Nagash looks absolutely amazing. Not only is he floating above the ground, just like his Games Workshop miniature, which is one of the best miniatures that Games Workshop have released in recent times, at least in my opinion, but the modders themselves have recreated that miniature to as much detail as possible, even with some floating books of Nagash surrounding him. The only thing this mod is really needed in terms of visuals is just some basic visuals that Nagash's mini itself had, which was very much spirits surrounding him at all times. I don't think it's 100% needed either, but I'm hoping, since this mod is not out yet and is still on development, that maybe the modders are trying to implement that. It's more of a visual thing more than anything else. The spirits themselves did nothing, but it was just cool to watch. Yes, there are some hints of the ghosts themselves, as you can see, just floating around Nagash, but in terms of the miniature, they were much more noticeable. Again, this is just me pointing something out from a miniature. It doesn't have to be implemented into Total War Warhammer. This is an incredible effort, which once again proves that the Total War Warhammer modding community is absolutely amazing. It seems that day by day, the modding community are finding more and more ways to introduce these very famous characters into Total War Warhammer. Now, you will also notice that Nagash himself in this video has access to a bunch of spells that are currently not available in the game. This is the modders' interpretation of the Lore of Nagash, also known as the Lore of Undeath. There is a video accompanying it from another channel, and I'm assuming that both of them are linked, considering that the Nagash mod is identical, barring that Nagash on the second clip is on the floor, rather than floating. However, that could be attributed to the fact that both videos are so widely spread apart in terms of release, where a lot more work could have now been done onto Nagash himself. But let's not waste any more time and check out the clips. So what we're seeing on screen right now are the modders' interpretation in regards to the Lore of Undeath, in-game known as the Lore of Nagash. I've seen this clip a few times, and I believe that they took as much inspiration from the official lore as possible. Obviously some stuff had to be changed around, like say for example, Harbinger summoning multiple characters in one unit instead of one singular character, and obviously the visuals themselves. Obviously many spells in Warhammer Fantasy Battles did not have any visual representation, so artistic freedom for modders and even the developers of Total War Warhammer is very much here. It's great to see this lore being implemented alongside Nagash himself. While this was considered a quite overpowered lore in the tabletop, of course the Lore of Undeath was introduced in Warhammer Fantasy during the end times, which, well, everything was pretty much overpowered at that point. Everything, as far as I've seen from this clip, seems to be decently balanced. Of course, some of the spells such as Hand of Death seem to do a lot of damage, but this was posted quite a while ago, so it is difficult to tell if anything has received some balance changes or if anything has been replaced for something else. Again, let's just praise the visuals here, not only for Nagash, but the spell known as Soul Stealer, which heals friends and damages foes in an area. It's absolutely visually impressive, and once again is a testament to modding. I only wish that the official laws of magic had some sort of spells like this too. I'm of course talking about visually. The spells themselves should of course keep to that established in Warhammer Fantasy battles. And I'm not saying that every spell from every lore of magic should look like this, or with its own unique visual style, but it would be more visually impressive, wouldn't it? Especially given how important magic is in the Warhammer Fantasy universe, where some officially implemented spells have no visuals whatsoever, and I find that to be a massive shame. As I stated before in this video, there is currently no information in regards to a potential release date. One of the modders who posted the first clip that we showed off in this video replied to a comment on said video that he or she was only just teasing, and that there's still a lot of work to do besides Nagash himself. I am fully aware that some modders are also working to creating some of Nagash's famously known units, such as the Morghas. I can also only assume that those units will also be added alongside Nagash in his very own faction. I still don't know exactly how Nagash is going to play, but it can be assumed that he will have his own faction and not function like a legendary hero, which Creative Assembly seemed to bring god tier units as for some reason. This is pretty much all the information I currently have, and I will provide more updates as soon as I find out anything. But until then, what do you guys think about Nagash's implementation into Total War Warhammer? I very much suspect that we will see him officially implemented in Game 3. It does make sense if Creative Assembly want to go around a end times route. But it's great to see modders create him themselves. We've already seen amazing works, like for example Be'lakor being added in, so this was only a long time coming. How do you think Nagash would work in his own faction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fane level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel has been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.